Hello, folks. Not ready yet. You're not going anywhere, Joe. I gotta wait for the. I gotta wait for the top shelf oldies stream. So you're getting like a a preamp here. But as soon as Charlene gives me the okay, let me. Okay, see, she gave me the okay. All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Saturday only here on Top Shelf Oldies. Want to welcome you to the December 5th, 2020 Vinyl Treasures show. I hope I'm not too loud for you, as I was a little bit too loud on that opening instrumental here. Hi-Fi Tim's got to work with me this week to get my settings. He says my sound card settings are not correct. So I am way down on the gain, so I really can't hear my voice that well. So please let me know if the music is distorted or too loud, because I have to get it right. It's very hard for me to look at my look at all my gauges and do that. But anyway, enough of my babbling here. And welcome to the Vinyl Treasure Show. It's my all 1950s and early 60s original 45s out of my collection. We opened up tonight's 50 edition with the debut single for a band leader, Charles Walker. It featured guitarist James Sproul on tenor on guitar there, and the sax man there, tenor sax man, was Maurice Simon. It was a cool tune. It was called Driving Home Part 1. Kind of sounded similar to Bill Doggett, Bill Doggett honky tonk a little bit, but I think that's where they got the theme from. But it's the label. This is on Danny Robinson's Holiday label, the fourth overall release on the Holiday label from December 56, and the label color changed with this release. It went to the all red shiny label. The record prior to this was the Bop Chords, Castle in the Sky, which was on the black label, but this is on the red label. But a cool tune, Charles Walker and Band, December 56 on Holiday, Driving Home. Johnny G not driving home much now, working from home, but let's start it off here with the vocal portion. We opened the vocal portion with Clarence Bird Rollins. He was born in Albany, New York, but later moved to Newark, New Jersey. His debut single came out on Hiram Johnson's Johnson label, which I have featured here on the show. But this was his follow-up. This was his follow-up on the Vanguard label. We go back to April 1958 for Bird Rollins. Bird Rollins on Vanguard. It's called Hurry Up, Honey.
I woke this morning and found you gone. You didn't even tell me you were leaving home. You left me feeling sad and blue. I don't know what I'm gonna do, so hurry up, honey. Come back to me. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey, if you ever wanna see me again. See me again. Well, hurry up, honey. Come back to me. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey, if you ever want to see me again. I know, my love, that I was wrong, but I've been paid since you've been gone. So please don't treat me so unkind. Come back to me, honey, for I lose my mind. Oh, hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey, if you ever want to see me again. Well, hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey, if you ever want to see me again. Well, I feel like climbing on a mountain top, and nobody here can make me stop. And there's one thing you ought to know, I gotta have your loving just before I go. I promise that I'll treat you right, wash those dishes and stay home nights. Made my mind up to be true, I'll never do the things that I used to do. So hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey, if you ever want to see me again. Well, hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey. Hurry up, honey.
Yeah, we open up the vocal portion there with Bird Rollins. Bird Rollins on the Vanguard label. You wouldn't think there was a lot of R&B on the Vanguard label. There's the Weavers at this time, but I think they were trying to get into the R&B vein just a little bit, and then they totally dropped out. But that's the second overall release for Bird Rollins, April 1958 on the Vanguard label. Hurry Up, Honey is the name of that one. His first one is a pretty hard record to find on the Johnson label. It's called Pretty Little Schoolgirl, and that's a similar sound there. Now, Vanguard, really a folk jazz label, I'd have to say, and I mentioned the Weavers on there, but they did try to get into the R&B genre with the Bird Rollins and Candy Reed. That is another gal on there. She's an R&B singer there on the label, but then they went like all folk records on Vanguard, not really an R&B label. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on here. Let's continue. continue here, and here's a classic up-tempo. I heard this on all the oldie shows when I first started collecting. It took me a while to find an original copy. I have 2 copies of this now. It's on Bill Lashley's Amp record label. Now, the group is called the Empires, and there's conflicting reports on this Empires group. Now, Marv Goldberg says this is not the same group that recorded on the Harlem label, Wing and Mercury, although Louis Silvani, in his Collecting Rare Records book, he says it is the same group. But either way, I was trying to look for the writer credits because it lists all the Empires as the writers, and I thought maybe they would list them all out if I found the copyright somewhere, but I couldn't. But it's a great 2-sided 45, and it's a cool up-tempo from August 1957, Amp 3 Records. These are the Empires with Zippity Zip.
Zip, 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 zoom out. Zip, 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 zoom out. Zip, 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 zoom out. Oh, Gigi, baby, I felt so sad. And I heard you, gee, I'm glad. The flame is burning, burning deep inside. Burning inside, yeah. Gigi, baby, I feel so blue because I love no one but you. I really need you, love you, all I do. Well, the day that you left me, I thought I would die, but now you're here, it's never goodbye. I need you, I love you so. I'll never, never let you go. Gigi, baby, I feel so sad. When I hear you, gee, I'm glad. The fire burning, burning deep inside. Do-wop, 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 shoo-wop, 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 do-wop, zip-do-wop, do-wop, zip-do-wop, do-wop, zip-do-wop, shoo-wop, 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 shoo-wop.
But now your news never goodbye. I really, 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 really love you so. I never, never let you go.
Gigi, baby, it feels the same. And I hate it, gee, I'm glad. The flame is burning, burning deep inside. Well, zip, baby, a zippity zip, yeah. Zip you up.
Yeah, those are the Empires there. The Empires from August 1957. On the Amp 3 record label, Bill Lashley's Amp 3 Records. Zippity Zip is the name of the tune. Now, Amp 3... Amp 3 had the first press of the Danleers. You know the song One Summer Night, and Mercury Records was distributing Amp 3 there. And of course, One Summer Night got on the Mercury label. But you collectors want it on the Amp 3 label. Johnny G here for Saturday evening. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here. I'm playing with my... I got the music down low, but my voice is up high. So I don't know if they can say that the voice is high in the Top Shelf Oldies thing. I don't know. I'm going crazy here. Let's continue here. We count down the music chronologically here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. So here is an early side. We're going to send this one out to listener Joe Busa, listening in the state of Massachusetts. I know he loves the Orioles. And this 45 initially came out in January of 1951. For some reason, Jubilee re-released it with a different matrix number about 2 years later in January of 1953. And the group was inspired to do this song by the original version, which was done in 1940 by the Cats and the Fiddle. Now, We're going to send this one out to Joe Booza here. Sonny Till on lead. We go back to January 1953, at least the press that I'm playing it, on the Jubilee record label. These are the Orioles with their rendition of the tune, I Miss You So.
Those happy hours I spent with you, that lovely have to go. Most of all, I miss you so. Your sweet caresses, each rendezvous, your voice so soft and low. Most of all, I miss you so. You once filled my heart with no regrets, no fears. Now you'll find my heart filled to the top with tears. Yes, and I'll always love you and want you to. How much you'll never know. Most of all, I miss you so.
I thought that you said we'll never part, my dear, and now I am longing for you to, girl, be near.
Well, I'll always love you and want you to. How much you'll never know. Most of all, I miss you so.
Those are the great Orioles there. Sonny Till and the Orioles there, January 1953. We're going to send that one out to listener Joe Booza there. He loves the Orioles. I Miss You So is the name of that one now. That was the second release, came out on Jubilee 5107. I have it on red vinyl. Looks pretty cool on red vinyl, even with a couple of the pops in it. Doesn't sound so original with the scratches in it, but that side flip with another nice tune they do, their rendition of Till Then. Now the first release on Jubilee, which was 5051, it was flipped with You Are My First Love. Johnny G here for the night, all 50s and early 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here. Let's continue here for a request now for Evan Blatt. He requested the Dominoes and their 10th release on Sid Nathan's Federal record label, and this was a big R&B hit for the group. Both sides of this record were a big hit for the group. This was number 3 on the Billboard R&B chart. It was written by Billy Ward and Rose Marks, and it features the great Clyde McPhatter on lead by request for Evan, December 1952. Billy Ward and his Dominoes on the Federal label. It's called The Bells.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here.
There are 4 black horses with eyes of flaming red. There are roses tied with ribbons all around my baby's head. The bells are ringing, and they say I'll go and see. Well, I know why they're ringing. They're ringing out for me. Baby, please forgive me. I know I've caused you pain. I've replaced your tears with diamonds just to see your face again. The bells are ringing, and they say I ought to go and see. Yes, I know why they're ringing. They're ringing out for me.
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
That's by request for Evan Blatt there. Those are the Dominoes. Billy Ward and the Dominoes there. Clyde McFadder crying on the on the grooves there. Yes, reminiscence of Jackie and the Starlights, but this much earlier. This one came out December 1952 on the Gold Top Federal record label, The Dominoes with the Bells. Let's continue here. We move into 1954. Now with the last 50's edition, I played the group called the Wailers. Came out on the Columbia record label. That's another label that didn't have a lot of early R&B releases on it, but it was from August of 1954, and the tune was called Hot Love. Let's give a listen to the flip side before this one goes back down in the no humidity basement, and it's with Mr. Freddie and his band. They're providing the instrumentation here. It features Robert Douglas on lead. This one from August 54. Give a listen to the Wailers on Columbia. It's called Stop the Clock.
Why don't you stop that clock? Can't you see I'm busy? Stop the clock.
Honey, let's murder that old tick-tock. In your heart, you leave your arms. Every tick-tock is a false alarm. Stop the clock. Give it a knock with a 10-pound rock. When you kiss me, well, then I'm ready to pulverize Father Time. Stop the clock and stop the dawn, 'cause I won't leave you from now on. Thrill me head to toe, and oh honey, 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 don't let go. Stop the clock. Cuddle me, snuggle me, rock, rock, rock. Throw tomorrow off the dark. Hickory dickory, stop the clock. Yes, stop that tick-tock. I can't stop thinking of you, baby. Yes, stop that tick-tock, 'cause Father Time's bugging me. Yes, stop that tick-tock. I can't stop thinking of you, baby. Yes, stop that tick-tock, 'cause Father Time's bugging me.
Stop the clock and stop the dawn, 'cause I won't leave you from now on. Thrill me head to toe, and oh honey, 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 don't let go. Stop, stop, stop the clock.
Coddle me, snuggle me, rock, rock, rock. Throw tomorrow off the dock. Hickory dickory, stop the clock.
That's right, man. Stop the clock.
Those are the Wailers. Johnny G doing a lot of things tonight, so I'm going to get caught quite often tonight, I'd say. But those are the Wailers there, August 1954. It's on the Columbia record label. Robert Douglas on lead for that one. Stop the Clock is the name of the tune. We don't want to stop the clock. We're here till 1 a.m. Sometimes I've been going a little bit longer than that, but got lots of 45s to play, lots of requests. Thank you so much for all your requests, as this one is a request. Up next, a request for my number one California listener, Matey Campboy. This group initially recorded as the Starlings for the Josie and the Dawn record labels, then decided to change their name to the Twilighters, and it was disc jockey Alan Freed that assisted them with a signing to MGM Records, which produced 2 singles, and Matey requested their first. Features Larry Gales on lead. This one from Matey Campboy, July 1955. These are the Twilighters on MGM with their tune called Little Did I Dream.
How much you meant to my heart. I should have known from the start, but little did I dream. Little did I dream my arms would ever be lonely. My lips would long for you only. But little did I dream, I merely played a game. It really was a shame, and I know now I was so wrong. 'Cause now you made me cry the way I made you cry all along. So all along, oh darling, little did I dream we all someday the tables would turn. Little did I dream, my dear, it took a heartache to learn. But little did I dream. It took a heartache to learn, dear, but little did I dream. Little did I dream.
as Johnny G gets caught here, I'm trying to wish a welcome to listener Lucas Ritchie and all the people in the chat room there. Thank you so much. I'm multitasking. When you become a manager or controller of a company, which I was in my career, in my working career, which I'm downslide for that, but you have to multitask, especially when you're like an accounting controller. So I can do that during a Saturday evening, but that's by request from Matey Campoy. What a great record that is. The Twilighters there. Of Little Did I Dream. Larry Gale's on lead, July 1955 on the MGM record label. That's the harder of the two to find, by the way. I think it is. Anyway, Johnny G here for a Saturday evening as we continue here. And with December and the start of the Christmas season, of course, a lot of the shows start playing Christmas records. So let me see. Christmas is in the middle of the week, so I'll probably be playing, I'm only playing one Christmas song tonight, but I'll probably add as we go along in the month. But I like this song here, this record here. So this is my first Christmas record of 2020 with a group. The group is out of Cleveland, Ohio, but they recorded on a Chicago label, Ronell Records. Actually, both sides of this disc are great, in my opinion. And it's their first of two on the Ronell label. It features Joe Williams on lead. Let's go back to November of 1955 for the release by the Hepsters. They're called the Hepsters. That's a cool name too, I'd say. The Hepsters on Ronell. It's called Rockin' and Rollin' with Santa Claus.
It was the night before Christmas. Everyone was quiet as a mouse.
Gotta be rock and rollin', rock and rollin' with Santa Claus. It was the night before Christmas, everybody was quiet as a mouse. Rock and rollin', you gotta be rock and rollin'. Up jumped Santa Claus and he started rockin' the house. Rock and rollin', you gotta be rock and rollin'. Rockin' and rollin' with Santa Claus. All the cats were filled with glee, rockin' under the Christmas tree. The old man with his whiskers came on strong and kept the joint jumping all night long. Rockin' and rollin' with Santa Claus. Old Saint Nick, he's the last word. He traded his reindeer for a Thunderbird. He traded his boots for some dancing shoes so he could rock to the low-down blues. Rockin' and rollin' with Santa Claus. Old Saint Nick, he's a help man. He traded his jingle bells for a swing band. Rockin' and rollin' with Santa Claus.
Little boy blue, blow your horn. Rhythm and blues, get the call.
Little boy blue, come blow your horn. Rhythm and blues, forget the corn. Play it sweet, play it slow, play it high, play it low. Rockin' and rollin' with Santa Claus. Rockin' and rollin' with Santa Claus. Rockin' and rollin' with Santa Claus.
Yeah, sounds of the season here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. They're called the Hepsters. The Hepsters there from November 1955, Rockin' and Rollin' with Santa Claus, came out on the Ronell record label. Joe Williams, he's the lead singer for that, and that's not an easy 45 to find. You can get the bootleg pretty easy, but not the original. I think this comes on a stock. It's a blue label for the stock on this. Their second release is so much harder. I Gotta Sing the Blues is the name of that one. Johnny G here for a Saturday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. Let's continue here. We are in the year 1955. 1955. Now, over the last few months, I'd say I've been featuring many sides by the Four Fellows, that Four Fellows group out of Brooklyn, New York. I know that Joe Shacatano, also George Tompkins, big fans of the group. So is Nat Papagallo, because he requested their third of 8 on the Glory label. This is with the Jimmy McGowan on lead. We go back to September 1955. Give a listen to the Four Fellows. They really have tight harmonies. They are a polished group here. The Four Fellows on Glory. It's called In the Rain.
While the rain was falling from the skies above, my poor heart was calling for someone to love. As I said a prayer, you were standing there. You came to me in the rain. There we were together, such a perfect pair. Didn't mind the weather, love was in the air. It was plain to see you were meant for me. You came to me in the rain. As you came along on that rainy day, all the dark clouds passed away. I found happiness in your warm embrace. No one else can ever take your place. Life was sad and lonely till you came along. You're my one and only. Things just can't go wrong. I love the day that you came my way. You came to me in the rain. Life was sad and lonely till you came along. You're my one and only. Things just can't go wrong. How I love the day that you came my way. You came to me in the
Oh, how smooth is that group there? The four, Jimmy McGowan and the Four Fellows there. By request for Nat Papagallo, September 1955 on the Glory record label. In the Rain is the name of the tune. It was raining yesterday. Last night it was pouring here in New York. It was, but then it kind of cleared up. We're getting into the cold weather now. It's supposed to be in the 40s next week, but I'll take it. I like the 40s. I just don't like the teens. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's stay in Brooklyn, New York with another request for my number one California listener, Matey Campboy. This group had 2 releases on Jack and Bill Angel's Neil label. Their first was a classic. I'm sure all of you know the song Pretty Little Girl. They followed it up with another cool record, Always Be Faithful, but Matey requested the B-side of their second release. Let's go back to late 1956 now for the Monarchs. The Monarchs here on the Neil record label, going out to Matey. It's called How Are You?
How are you? I ask you, dear, how are you? I want you, dear, how are you?
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by request for Matey Campboy. Wow, Matey, 2 records in the 50s. Usually Matey has some cool sides in the 1960s, late 50s, but these were two early sides that she requested that are really good. The Monarchs there. Late 1956, that's their second release on the Neil label. How Are You is the name of that tune. Did you know that on the original version of check your copy of Pretty Little Girl by the Monarchs, the true first press is a really small Neil logo. I'll show you the logo here on this Neil. This is the second one. It's a much bigger logo. That's how you can tell the first from the second press. I'm not saying it's really a really late press. They just changed the logo for some reason. They made it bigger. Anyway, Johnny G here for a Saturday evening. We are in the year 1956. We continue with the requests. If you have a request, please send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. If I have the 45, I'll play it. Don't request Stormy Weather by the Five Sharps. I could play it on multiple copies, though. I could play it on the Jubilee bootleg, or I could play it on Bim Bam Boom. But anyway, let's continue. Here's a request for listener Joe Shacatano, as this is on the Tuxedo label out of New York City, which is owned by Chris Ford, who also owned the Mint label. That Mint label, you know what the Sentimentals do. What is their big hit? They do a nice rendition of Sunday Kinda Love and a whole bunch of other great tunes too, by the way. But Chris Ford was also a watchmaker by trade, and he operated a business and label out of a small office on Nassau Street in Manhattan's downtown financial district. And Joe, I don't know how you know about this record. It's not really a common record, probably off of a CD or something, but it's not a common record at all. Joe requested Don Bruce and the Four Beats. This one from May 1956. It's on the Tuxedo label. The song is called Love Leads a Fool.
Love leads a fool night and day. Love leads a fool all the way. Love leads a fool across the ocean blue. Darling, I'm a fool for you. Love leads a fool. I don't know why love makes a fool break down and cry. Love leads a fool and breaks his poor heart. Tell me, why did we part? I tried to make you so happy. I love no one but you. And now that I'm sad and I'm lonely, I lost my heart when I lost you. Love leads a fool up to the sky. Love leads a fool until he dies. Love leads a fool, you know, dear, that it's true. For love led this fool to you. Up to the sky, love leads a fool until he dies. Love leads a fool, you know, dear, that it's true. For love led this fool to you, yes, to you. Oh, love
As by request for Joe Shacatano there on the Tuxedo label. Chris Ford's Tuxedo label there. May 1956. Don Bruce and the Four Beats. A great group there on that record there. Love Leads a Fool. A lot of other records, some cool records on the Tuxedo label. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Now, here's a request for the doo-wop couple Ron and Dorothy. They're listening up in Michigan. They requested the Finesse Brothers. They're from Philadelphia, PA. They date back, really. They go back to the 1930s, and they recorded initially as the Three Keys, and I think also as the Keys before they changed their name to the Finesse Brothers, I think around 1952. And in late 1956, they added a baritone lead, Al Berry, to the group. And they have some releases, I think 3 or 4 releases on the Melmar label that is also out of Philadelphia. And this was their first on Melmar. This is going out to the doo-wop couple from late 1956. The Finesse Brothers, Al Berry on lead on Melmar Records. It's called Only... Did I write this? Yes. Only Fate.
It's up to fate to make you want me. It's up to fate to make you mine. Only fate can make you love me. Sure as stars above that shine. No one on earth can make it happen. No one on earth can make it so. Only fate can make you love me. That heaven only knows. Each night when I go to sleep, I close my eyes. No matter how much I realize if you don't want me as I want you, then it's the end now that I see. Only fate can make you love me, but fate has set you free. It's up to fate to make you want me. It's up to fate to make you mine. Only fate can make you love me. Sure as stars above that shine. If you don't want me as I want you, then it's the end now that I see. Only fate can make you love me. There's nothing I can do, for fate has set you free. Has set you free.
As by request for the doo-wop couple Ron and Dorothy there, the Finesse Brothers, backing up Al Berry. Al Berry on lead there late 1956. That's their first release on the Melmar label. Only Fate. Only Fate can what? I don't know what to say after that except we're moving to the next record here for another request for listener Cheryl Morgan as we head to Detroit, Michigan to Devorah Brown's Fortune label as she requested Joe Weaver Joe Weaver, not only was he a singer, but he was also a piano player and a band leader, had his own band. But this is the second of 4 releases he had on the Fortune label, and he's backed up by the Don Juans on this one, who are also recorded on the Fortune label as the $5. So this is by request for Cheryl. Most of the copies of this, they play pretty hissy, so this might, I don't think this is that bad. So sometimes this record plays better with a 78 needle, but I think we're going to be okay here. But you'll get the normal hiss with this on a 45, not on the 78 though. January 1956, going out to Cheryl Morgan, Joe Weaver with the Don Juans on the Fortune label. It's called Baby, I Love You So. Hiss. Have to say that one plays relatively well compared to other copies of that. I have 3 copies of that record. 3 copies. That is the best sounding copy I have. That's going out to Cheryl Morgan there. Joe Weaver with the Don Juans, January 1956. On the Fortune record label, Baby, I Love You So. And Andrew Turner mentioned it in the chat room. It's not that easy to get that book. It took me a while. Barbara bought me that Fortune book for my birthday, and it's got lots and lots of information in that book. I had like a 5-year memory came up on Facebook, and it was it was a scan of these Wedding Bells. Who was that by? The Swans. Yeah, the Swans. And I have an original copy of that record. It's really a rare record. So I said, do they have any information on this group in there? And they had a whole bunch of info on that group. So I kind of gave a little tidbits on there. But I recommend that book. I do, because what's good about it is in the back there is an index. So if you're looking for a specific group, you can find it there. Like, it's too bad that book on Philadelphia, it was another thick, heavy book with all the Philadelphia groups in there, or labels and soul singers and group singers. The index is not good. You can't find any records. So if I'm looking for something from 1955, it's in the middle of the book, or it's when they talk about the label owner. So it makes it very difficult to find information. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on here. Let's continue here. And here is a request for Lino. I hope Lino's still in the chat room there, because he sent me a request. He asked me if I had this record. He wanted to hear Jesse Belvin. And in June of 1957, Jesse Belvin and Eugene Church signed a one-record contract with George Mottola to record as the Saxons on the Contender label. But after that release, they continued to record, adding Gaynell Hodge and Buster Williams to the group, and they were heard on subsequent recordings under different group names. No, I'm sorry, not as different group names, as no group. They were just singing behind Jesse Belvin. So on a bunch of his releases, it's just Jesse Belvin, but those guys are backing him up, if I said that right. And this is a request. This brings me to Lino's request here, which charted, by the way, number 18 on KFWS in Los Angeles, California. So this is by request going out to Lino from June of 1957. Jesse Belvin on the Cash record label, John Dolphin's Cash Records. The song is called Beware.
Beware, I'm out to get you. Oh, take care. I can't resist you, your touch. Love you too much. Better beware. Want you to know, dear, I do. I really do, dear, your touch. Love you too much. Oh, beware. I'm not a king on a throne. No treasures do I own. Oh, I had your love, I would be the richest man in history. So beware, I'm out to get you. Take care. I can't resist you, your touch. Love you too much. Oh, beware. I'm not a king on a throne. No treasures do I own. Oh, I had your love, I could be the richest man in history. So beware, I'm out to get you. I'll take care. I can't resist you, your touch. Love you too much. Want you to know I love you so. Beware.
That's by request for Lino there, the great Jesse Belvin. Jesse Belvin there with Eugene Church and Gaynell Hodge and Buster Williams there, backing him up there, June 1957 on John Dolphin's Cash record label, song entitled Beware. Now, the song was re-released on the Tender label as Jesse Belvin and the Capris, and it was flipped with just the Capris, which with a great record called Endless Love. I love that record by the Capris there, and I'll show you guys in the chat, in the YouTube chat room that are watching. I have one copy which is a more of a deeper orange on the Cash label, and one on a lighter orange that has with instrumental accompaniment there on it. So one with it and one without, but the same stampers. One is a lot cleaner than the other, I mean, as far as the play goes, and doesn't look like a boot because I think it's a different pressing plant. I have to say it's probably a different pressing plant. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on here. Let's continue here. We go back to New York City for a request for Daniel Kubacki. He requested Tony Middleton, the lead of the Willows, on George Goldner's Gone record label. They're doing a cover song here that dates back to 1933 and covered by hundreds of artists through the years. But Daniel wanted to hear the one by Tony Middleton. This one here, October 1957. My copy has Tony Middleton with the Willows. It's on the Gone record label. Let's give a listen to their rendition to the tune Let's Fall in Love, going out to Daniel.
Why shouldn't we fall in love? Our hearts are meant to be. Let's take a chance and let's close our eyes. We can make our own paradise. A little we know of this, still we can try. Though we might have been meant for each other, to be or not to be.
That's by request for Daniel Kubacki there, Tony Middleton with the Willows, October 1957 release on, George Goldner's Gone record label, their rendition of the tune Let's Fall in Love. Now, for you collectors out there, this 45 comes two ways, and some just list Tony Middleton with no group. Others like the one that I just played, is Tony Middleton with the Willows. And if you go to 45 Cat there, they kind of confuse you. They show you Let's Fall in Love with just as Tony Middleton, then they show you the flip side with Tony Middleton with the Willows. I don't think it comes that way. So you got one record showing featured, and you got the other record as the flip side, so you're seeing it two ways there, but it does come two ways. I'm just letting you know, and I prefer this way for some reason. Johnny G here for a Saturday evening. Let's continue here, and next a request for Joe Shacatano. This is on the Celeste label. It's out of Brooklyn, New York. This label was owned by David Levitt, and there were only 5 releases on this label. Then early tapes were discovered and put out as singles in the early 1970s, mainly Lillian Leach and the Mellows. Some of their recordings were found, and they were put out on the Celeste label, but there are really only 5 releases on this label, and I have no info on this group. Joe requested the 4 Sounds. It's with the Lawrence Keys Trio. They're providing the instrumentation. Now, Lawrence Keys, he gets one of the writer credit along with WINS disc jockey Alan Freed. So you'll see Alan Freed's name in the writer credits on this. So by request for Joe, we are in 1957. This is Celeste Records, the 4 Sounds. The song is called Afraid.
Afraid to fall in love with you. I'm afraid your lips may thrill me too. I wish I could believe the sweet things you say, but my heart tells me don't feel that way. Afraid to give your love a try. I'm afraid that you may say goodbye. I stand here pleading before you. Can't you see I want to love you, but I'm afraid. I stand here pleading before you. Can't you see I want to love you, but I'm afraid.
As by request for Joe Shacatano there, the 4 Sounds. 4 Sounds from 1957. Alan Freed had a hand in writing that song. If you believe that, I have a copy of Stormy Weather by the Five Sharps, but that's a cool tune, song entitled Afraid on the Celeste record label. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Here's a request for George Tompkins as we head to Steubenville, Ohio for this group that was discovered by Henry Glover. He was one of the many A&R guys working for Sid Nathan and Deluxe Records at the time, looking for new talent. Now, he got this group to record 4 sides on November 27th of 1956 at the Regency Studios in New York City. The result were 2 singles, and here is their second with Howard Allsbrooks on lead, and this is going out to George Tompkins here. I love this record here from April 1957. They're called the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes on Deluxe. Their tune is called Dottie Baby. As by request for George Tompkins there, the Buckeyes from April 1957. That's their second release on Sid Nathan's Deluxe Records. Cool tune, song entitled Dottie Baby. Now, the group would later change their name to the Stereos. They had releases on Gibraltar, Cub, Columbia, a great record on Columbia World Artists. Of course, they had a big hit in 1961 with I Really Love You. That was a big hit. That was a 45 my aunt purchased in 1961. I had a trashed copy of this so many years ago. I forget what I paid for it. I think I paid like $50, and I put it on auction. I had like a handful of records that I put in a gold mine auction, and I had my phone number, and this guy wanted this record so bad. I think he gave me like $360 for like a G plus copy of the record. He was bidding against someone else, and I don't know why they wanted that awful copy, but I eventually got a nice clean copy like that. That's a great record. Johnny G here spinning original 45s, 1950s, and early 60s. We do it here on Top Shelf Oldies every Saturday from 10 to 1 a.m. Let's move into 1958 now. We go out to California. This group had two releases, one on the Dot label and then another on a label called Hamilton. I think it's a subsidiary of Dot, where they distributed this label, which I am featuring now. The Dot release is called You Inspire Me, which features Vince Howard on lead. Don't know if Vince is doing lead on this release. I know George might be able to tell me, but this tune written by ex-Jack Cadets member Aaron Collins. He wrote this tune, as he did write many songs, believe it or not. But let's send this one out to Joe Booza, September 1958. Give a listen to the class notes. The class notes on Hamilton. It's called Take It Back.
Come on, baby, let's kiss and make up. I didn't know that we would break up. I thought my friends had told me right, but I found out you were home that night. I'm sorry I lost my head, didn't mean a word I said. Well, take it back.
Back she goes.
Come on, baby, don't you be mad. Never again will I treat you bad. I promise me you'll try to forget. I promise you'll never regret. I'm willing to take the blame. Let's make up and be the same. We'll take it back.
Back she goes.
Come on, baby, and give me your hand, and tell me I'm still your lover, man. I come to you crawling on my knees, tears in my eyes begging, please, please, please. Yes, I'll eat my every word, just pretend you never heard. Take it back.
Back she goes.
I knew George Tompkins would know that who was on lead or not, but those are the class notes there, September 1958. It's on the Hamilton record label. Send that one out to Joe Booza there. Take It Back is the name of that one, and Joe says that Vince Howard, he's doing the bass, not the lead on there. And the flip side is Bessie's House, and the bass is on lead, so I bet you that could be Vince Howard on lead. We'll play that one next week. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Have to apologize in advance for the sound on this next 45, but they all play with issues, this record, for some reason. I don't know, must have been either recycled vinyl or however it was pressed, but I found this 45 when I used to go searching for 45s in the wild when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. I didn't have enough money to afford some of these records here, so I would try to find them out in the wild, and I did find this one. I found this one at the Yonkers Raceway Flea Market for a dime. It's worth a dime in this condition, I have to say. But and it's a request for Nat Papagallo. This group is from Cleveland, Ohio. Their debut single came out earlier in 58 on the Studio label. This was their second release that came out on Donald Shaw's Neptune label. It was written by the bass of the group. His name is Robert Manley. It features Robert Chalmers on lead. Let's go to April of 1958. This group is called the El Palos. El Palos here on Neptune Records, and it's called Why Treat Me This Way.
Did I make you cry? No, no. I fell on my knees, crying, baby, baby, please. I love you so. Please don't ever go. Did I make you cry? Have I told a lie? Then I asked you, dear, why treat me this way?
That's apologize for that. I do, but that's by request for Nat Papagallo there. The El Palos April 1958 release came out on the Neptune record label. Neptune Records there. Why Treat Me This Way is the name of the tune. Robert Chalmers is on lead there. And George said he had a nice copy of that. I had a chance to get one. I used to go to a record it used to be in New Jersey. I used to go in Belmar, and I used to go, John Clemente, myself, and a bunch of other collectors, we used to get together, just a small group, and we used to bring duplicates. And we would either trade, or I would always go there with wads of cash. And I had a chance to get a promo copy of that. I think Christine Vitale came to one of them. And Ronnie I had passed away, and I think she had a box of his records. And there was this, and Barry Soltz got there before I did and bought all the records. And I don't think he paid enough for that record, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure it's long gone. I'm talking like 25 years ago, of course, or 20 years ago. I don't know how long Ronnie I has passed away, but it was after his death. I know that, but I think it's been a while since Ronnie's been gone. But anyway, that's the story there. Let's continue here. Now, here's a request for Evan Blatt, as this group is out of Philadelphia, PA, and another place that I used to frequent as a teenager looking for 45s was the 303 Drive-In in Orangeburg, New York. I think they still have that facade there of the it says that you're approaching the drive-in, 303 Drive-In. I think it's still there, like as a monument. But it would be a lot of fun to get there early as these people were setting up. I mean, there was a sewer plant that was like not too far away that would, if you got a breeze, that would blow that horrible stench through the flea market. But I found a lot of cool records there, like this one. There was a dealer there. He had hundreds and hundreds of movie stills from the 50s. I probably should have bought them all because they were original photographs. You know, the ones that you stick in, like when you go into the movie and they would put them out in the lobby and you'd see like kind of pictures of the movie. So I asked him if he had 45s. He goes, well, I didn't take them out yet. So he pulled out these records. They were maybe about 4 or 5 boxes, big boxes of records, and I found 2 copies of different records by this next group from Philadelphia. They're called the Guy-Tones here, and I was happy, for 25 cents, but Evan requested their 4th of 5 on Sid Nathan's deluxe record label. It features James Brown Robinson on lead. We go to April of 1958 for the Guy-Tones on deluxe, going out to Evan. It's called Baby, I Don't Care.
Well, I don't care what people say or do, as long as I have you, baby, I don't care. I don't care. Well, I don't care what people look and see, just so you belong to me.
Those are the Guy Tones going out to Evan Blatt. I first heard that song, George Tompkins played that record the first time when I used to tune into his show when he was at Westchester Community College there. I used to play sets of the Guy Tones there, and that's when I first heard about that record. April 1958, the Guy Tones on Deluxe with Baby I Don't Care. Johnny G here for a Saturday evening. We continue here. We are in the year 1958 with a request for Joe Shacatano by this group called the Miller Brothers. Joe requested their second of two on the Mercury record banner. It's a nice ballad here from October 1958, the Miller Brothers on Mercury, and the full title in parentheses, it says, Come On Baby, then it says, Let Me See You Smile.
Hold your head up high. Come on, baby, let me see you smile. I know you loved him with all your heart, and now you've drifted apart. But you find day by day sorrows fade away. Come on, baby, let me see you smile. Never, don't ever say that dreams cannot come true. Just when things look darkest, the sun comes shining through. Oh, see how strange and destiny has brought you here close to me. You have loved before, you can love once more. Come on, baby, let me see you smile. Come on, baby, smile.
As by request for Joe Shacatano there, those are the Miller Brothers. Let's send that one out to George Tompkins too. I know he likes that tune by the Miller Brothers. October 1958 release there on the Mercury record label. Come On Baby, parentheses, Let Me See You Smile. They have a one other release from 1963 on the Coed record label that's pretty good there. A song called Let Me Know. You got to check that one out. I have played it here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's continue here for a Saturday evening. Now, on the last 50's show, I played a request for Nat Papagallo by the Dream Tones. Came out on Marty Kugel's Click label. It was called Love in the Afternoon. You remember I was trying to line it up right? Well, at least the flip side, I don't have to line up. But the group was out of Springfield, Massachusetts, and that side featured Major Brant's on lead. But let's flip it over here as the bass of the group is on lead. His name is Val Potier, and he also wrote the tune, and this, I think it was George that requested I play this side. This one from July 1958. These are the Dream Tones on Click by request for George. It's called Stand Beside Me.
Hold me, darling. Please hold me. Stand beside me. Stand beside me. Forever guide me. You are the one. You are the one. Always for
beside me, forever guide me. You are the one. Hold me, darling, please hold me. Stand beside me.
That's going out to George there. That's a cool tune. The Dream Tones there. July 1958 release. It's on Marty Kugel's Click label. Stand Beside Me is the name of that one. And if you need to have this, absolutely have this on the vinyl, on vinyl press for your jukebox. You can get it cheap on the Early Bird label, that reissue. And the bass here, Val Potier, he was previously the bass for the Mint Juleps that recorded on the Herald label, and he's actually the first cousin to actor Sidney Poitier. And this group also recorded, they have two other releases, I think, on Express and also on the Astra label. As we continue here in the year 1958, we head to the Bronx, New York to fill a request for Nat, as this is the group's only release. It features 15-year-old Bobby Miano on lead. We go back to May of 1958 on the Cub record label for the Preludes. The Preludes in their tune called Vanishing Angel.
Once I had an angel that lived within my heart. I loved her and I cherished her with all my loving heart.
Then one day the angel departed from me and vanished to another world, and vanished and vanished.
Every day I hope and pray that she'd come back to me someday and love me as she did before and be the one that I adored. Angel, my vanishing angel. The angels from above told me of your love. I knew you would be true. But then you went away to come another day. But I'm still waiting for you. Every day I hoped and prayed that she'd come back to me someday and love me as she did before and be the one that I
That one there going out to Nat there, the Preludes, May 1958. It's called Vanishing Angel, and it came out on the Cub record label, subsidiary of MGM Records. Now, 15-year-old Bobby Miano was on lead, and Bobby Miano would go on to study acting, and he played in a number of movies. I think he played a mugger in a Charles Bronson movie, Death Wish. Also was, I think, another evil guy in a movie called Badge 373, starring Robert Duvall, and he also played a mob boss in the 1997 movie Donnie Brasco. So you can check him out on that, and you can tell him that you heard him sing on the Vinyl Treasure Show when he was 15 years old. That's him on that record. Johnny G here for a Saturday evening. We continue here. This next group, they hail from Philadelphia, PA, but it came out on a Chicago label, Vivian Carter's VJ Records for this one, and this is the group's only release. It was produced by Hal Norton and William Goldstein. They were owners of the Philly-based Norgold record label, and they did a similar thing in producing the Ravel's 45 on the Chess label. They did the same thing here with Vivian Carter. Now, this is a mixed group of guys and gals. I think it's a female lead on this. They're called the Cohorts. The Cohorts here from July 58, VJ Records. It's called My Love.
My love, what can I say to prove my love for you? Whoa, whoa, my heart, my soul, my everything. You know I gave to you. So my love, am I to blame for heartaches you once knew? Whoa, whoa, if so, I'll try to make amends and keep on loving you. Into the night I cried, while precious moments go by. I'll always love you, yes, it's true, and you will always know. So, my love, where can you be now when I need you so? Whoa, whoa, I'm yours till eternity, and you will always know. Into the night I cried, while precious moments go by. I'll always love you, yes, it's true, and you will always know. So, my love, where can you be now when I need you so? Whoa, whoa, I'm yours till eternity. My love, I love you so.
A group out of Philadelphia, PA, but on a Chicago label. If you collect the VJ record label, those are the Cohorts. The Cohorts July 1958 release. It's called My Love. It took me a while to find that record. I had a trashed copy that I got from The Count. If anybody ever dealt with The Count, because he goes to the deep depths of cellars and basements to find these wretched records. And I'm telling him, Count, you cannot sell these G-45s for triple the price. You can't do it. He goes, come on, work with me on this record. I says, are you kidding? It's not going to play. I'm not going to play. I got to test it on my system. I'm talking about a long time ago. I haven't seen The Count in a long time. I understand he's in a wheelchair now. I'm sorry for that, but I should give him a call. I see him on Facebook from time to time. But anyway, Johnny G here for a Saturday evening. We continue here now. On the last 50's show, I played a very rare 45 by a group called the Golden Bells. Came out on the Shure label. The group was from Highland Park, New Jersey. I played the intended A-side. It was the up-tempo side called Bells Are Ringing. The flip side is a nice ballad. I think it was requested by Darrell Letts. So we'll send this one out to Darrell Letts here. It features Willie Brown on lead. We are in 1959 now for the Golden Bells. It's on the Shure label. It's called Pretty Girl.
to call my own. I need a girl to hold my hand. I need a girl to understand. I need a girl to dry away my tears. Oh girl, oh girl, oh girl, someone to love me. I need a girl, someone to hold me. I need a girl for a long time.
As by request for Daryl Letts there in our YouTube chat room, the Golden Bells there. Golden Bells from 1959 on the Shure label. Song entitled Pretty Girl. As we continue here in the year 1959, it's a request for Evan Blatt. I have no info on this group, but this is probably the second hardest 45 to find on Joe Carlton's Carlton label. I think the first one are I think they're the Capitals on the Carlton label. That's a hard record to find, and this would be the second. This group is called the Spices, and this is also. This only came out on the Red Promo Carlton label. I've never seen a stock copy of this. It's one of those records that for some reason never made it. Unfortunately, it should have, I would say. And it's a cool request. And if you listen to the beginning part, some people say, oh, it sounds like Pearl McKinnon in the beginning here. But I don't know if that is true or not. I doubt it, but listen to the beginning part of this record. I don't think it is, though, really. But anyway, this is going out to Evan, March 1959. The Spices on Carlton. It's called Tell Me, Little Girl.
Whoa, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 bye, 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 bye.
Tell me, little girl, why did you go? Oh, I'd like to know, why did you go? I'd like to know, you broke my heart.
As by request for Evan Blatt there, the Spices there, as I lost my place, from March 1959 on the Carlton record label, Tell Me Little Girl. I'm not talking about the lead. If you listen, I'll play it in the beginning again. Not the lead. I know the lead is a guy, okay? But in the beginning, it's not the same lead that's in the beginning of this. Listen. I don't think that's the lead. Somebody said it sounds like Paul McKinnon. Then he comes in. Now, that's someone else. Did you hear it? So listen, again. I don't think it's her. This is a girl. And that's a young boy, yes, talking about his girl. Anyway, somebody said that. Charlene mentioned it in her notes, and I was like, that can't be, because she was, at this time, in 1959, she was singing, she was somewhere, a Fury record, she was somewhere singing. So we got a census. I'm not saying it was. I don't want to be attacked. I'm going to get 10,000 questions from 45 Cat about it. Believe me, I am under a microscope with people. It's amazing what questions I get. But anyway, let's continue here. And this next song, I think it happened a few times before. I had 2 requests for this same song, 2 listeners. It was George and Nat that requested this next tune. This group is one of the many great groups that formed at Fremont High School in Los Angeles, California. And this group sang under many aliases, and aliases like the Guides and the Swallows and the Uptones. And on this release, they were known as the Senders. And this is their second of 2 that came out on the Kent label. And it features Carlton Beck on lead. I think both sides of this 45 are excellent. So this is going out to Nat and George from March 1959. The Senders on the Kent label. It's called One More Kiss.
One more kiss, that is all I crave. If you just kiss me, dear, I will always be your slave. All I know, I am at your command. If you just kiss me, dear, I will love you always. Times I tried and tried in vain, but I don't
Nice Carlton Beck and the Senders there, going out to Nat and George. Cool tune there. Great two-sided 45, by the way. So next week I'll play the flip there. March 59, the Senders on the Kent label. One More Kiss as we continue here. And on the last 50 show, I featured the debut 45 by the wife of Gary U.S. Bonds. Her name was Lucy Rivera. It was released on George Goldner's N record label. It was called Make Me Queen Again, and it was done by Margie Rayburn. She did that record first. I did not know that. It was Margie Rayburn, I think, that did the song first, but then she covered this. But prior to this solo release, she was the lone female member of a group called the Love Notes, recorded on the Holiday label, and at that time, her real name was Lucy Cedeno, and it was listener Darrell Letts. He asked if he requested the flip side of this 45, which is a song that was based on a Beechnut Gum advertising catchphrase. Beechnut Gum was "Iffic," is what they used to say, which was and Beechnut was, of course, a sponsor of the Dick Clark Saturday night show that he used to have on Saturday nights. And at that show, they would give out these buttons that the kids in the studio would have to wear. So sometimes when you look at those clips, or if you see those clips, look for those "Iffic" buttons on their on their lapels or on the girls' shirts there. You'll see it on the sweaters. So that stood for terrific, supposedly. But anyway, I think this record is around that Beechnut theme. So this is by request for Darrell, February 59, Lucy Rivera on the N label, George Goldner's N Records, and her tune called "Iffic."
Feel so terrific. Now I understand what thrills me when you touch my hand. Baby, it's the epic ooh, that makes me feel so terrific. Well, scientists agree that I'm meant for you and you are meant for me. So honey, don't you fool around. Just give me a little loving, settle down. No, it's a plain to see. Oh, baby, what's the thrill in me? Makes me feel so terrific. Well, scientists agree that I'm meant for you and you are meant for me. So honey, don't you fool around. Just give me a little loving, settle down. Oh, plain to see. Oh, baby, what's the thrill in me? Woo, with the epic ooh, that makes me feel so terrific.
Johnny G getting caught here. Hold on a second. This record has center hole damage. Do you know what center hole damage is? Hopefully Johnny G doesn't have center hole damage, I will say that. But anyway, that's for Darrell Letts. Darrell Letts, February 1959 there. Lucy Rivera, she's currently married to Gary U.S. Bonds. That one there on George Goldner's N record label, song entitled "Iffic," which stands for terrific, I guess. But she would have one more release in 1961 on the Guaranteed label as Lori Davis, an answer to I think the Miracles Shop Around. I think it was. Anyway, Johnny G here for a Saturday evening. How about a twin spin for Daryl? As on the last 50s show, I played a group out of Brooklyn, New York. I played the A-side of their 45, which was first released on the Antone label, and then second pressed on the Mona Lee label. The song was called Guardian Angel. The flip is an excellent ballad, and Daryl requested the flip side here. It features Al Reno on lead. We go back to September of 1959 on the Antone label, featuring it on the first press here. These are the Selections with their tune called Soft and Sweet.
Soft and sweet.
Oh, yep, yep, yep.
That's the way I want her to be, as soft as a baby. That's the girl for me. The girl for me. I love her so.
As by request for Daryl Letts there, the Selections, Al Reno on lead there, September 1959, featured it on the first press, Antone Records there, Soft and Sweet. Had trouble with the center hole damage on there. You see, when you, those of you that would find records where the center hole piece would have a chip in it, that's because there used to be these metal inserts that would come from Chicago. Some company in Chicago probably made thousands and thousands of these. Of course, my aunt had those. She had an RCA Victor console TV Victrola, and it had a door that would open up, and it didn't have the 45 adapter, so she had these metal inserts, and you got to get a knack for bending the record to put these in, and sometimes it's very difficult, so you would chip the inside of the record, and this one has a really big chip, and sometimes you would really screw it up where it wouldn't even fit anymore. She used to play Jan and Dean Baby Talk for me when I was a kid. This was when I was like 1 year old in 1959, and if I show you her copy of of Baby Talk, I could almost put my hand through the center hole, believe it or not. But center damage is not good for people. Well, if you want records in pristine condition, center hole damage is a no-no. I mean, I have some. This record, actually, I went with my aunt. She wanted to get her palm read somewhere in the Bronx, somewhere close to the Bronx Zoo there. I don't know where it was, so I went with her because I don't know why I went. I just went. So as I'm there, evidently this lady and her daughter, they were in some apartment building and they were selling a bunch of stuff. So I'm looking around and there's a box of 45s. It was actually one of those cool boxes that you would have 50 on one side and 50 on the other. It wasn't metal. Those are the best ones to get, those 45 carrying cases. So I said to I wasn't that old back then. I must have been maybe 15 years old at the time. So I said, "Are these records for sale?" Because I started thumbing through them, and and this record was in there. So she said, "Well, I want 50 cents a piece for these records." So, Mary said to me, "Johnny, do you want these?" And I said, "Yeah." So I don't know what it was. It was like $30 or something. She paid for her to get her palm read, and she also paid another $30 for the records. But that 45 was in it, and it had center damage. Anyway, that's the story. Johnny G babbling on here. Let's continue here for a request from my #1 California listener, Matey Campboy. She loves this group out of Harlem, New York, and you all know this group. They recorded on many different labels during their career. Initially, Bobby Robinson's Whirling Disc label, but they also recorded on Gone and Fury, and this one is on the Fire label, Bobby Robinson's Fire label. Now, he decided to create a Fire label because at the time he was being sued by Herman Lubinsky, who was the owner of Savoy Records, and he was being sued because Wilbert Harrison had a big hit with Kansas City, and he felt that he stole Wilbert Harrison from Savoy Records, and it wasn't fair, and turned out that Bobby Robinson started getting worried, so he says, "You know what, I better stop all operations with Fury and start this new record label called Fire." That's how this label came about, and that's where this 45 is on. So by request from Matey, we go back to August 1959 for Earl Lewis and the Channels on the Fire label. It's called My Heart is Sad.
Fast life alone, fast life alone. My heart is so sad, lonely, since you left me only to face life alone. When I pass you on the street, you don't even speak. Why, what have I done? Since the first day I met you, I knew you wouldn't be true. I couldn't resist you. Oh, tell me, what can I do? My heart still lonely, since you don't want me. I'll face life alone.
As by request from Matey Campboy, she loves Earl Lewis and the Channels there on the Fire label. Great two-sided 45, by the way. August 59 release, My Heart is Sad. And by the way, Bobby Robinson lost that lawsuit with Herman Lubinsky and Savoy Records. He had to pay him $20,000 back in 1960, late 59, 1960. That was a lot of money back in 1960. Johnny G here for a Saturday evening as we continue here. And up next, a rare Motown-related 45 by a group that formed while attending Redford High School in Detroit. This was their lone release on the Penny label, which was part, I think, a subsidiary of Tamla Records, somewhere associated with Berry Gordy and Tamla Records. The group consisted of Mike Rooney, Don Kitchen, Bruce Campbell, Mike Anderson, and the lead singer. His real name is Brian Clapp, but he changed his name to Brian Brent for this release. And believe it or not, this was a number one record on WKMH in Dearborn, Michigan. This one from March 1959. Give a listen to Brian Brent and the Cutouts on the Penny label. It's called For Eternity.
You always know that I will care. You always know that I will be there. You are my darling for all eternity. If you will care all through the night, if you will care, I'll hold you tight. I love you, I love you, I want you to be my darling for all eternity. Eternity. Oh, won't you understand that I love you so? Oh, won't you understand that I'll never let you go? I want you to love, and I want you to be my faith, my hope, for eternity. Oh, 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 you are my darling for all eternity.
That one there by Brian Brent and the Cutouts. What a name, the Cutouts. March 1959 release. Berry Gordy produced this record. He did. It's on the Penny label. For Eternity is the name of the tune. Let's move into 1960 now with a flip side from the last 50's edition. I featured the Foster Brothers on the B&F label. I think I played it for George Tompkins on B&F, a song called Revenge. Now let's give a listen to the flip side before I file it back down in the No Humidity basement. This one from February 1960. The Foster Brothers on B&F. Although it sounds earlier for some reason, it does. It's called Pretty Fickle Woman.
Pretty fickle woman, and you dress and a coat. She rob you of your heart with nothing but drink. A pretty fickle woman, yeah, 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 yeah. A pretty fickle woman, yeah, 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 yeah. You're in the same condition as a ship that's on a reef.
Oh man, I'm stuck, oh yes, I'm stuck.
Pretty fickle woman, and she works in a crook. She rob you of your heart with a one little look. A pretty fickle woman, yeah, 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 yeah. A pretty fickle woman, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, you're in the same condition
as a fish that's on a hook.
Oh man, I'm stuck, oh yes, I'm stuck.
Pretty fickle woman, and you like just a regular. She can't be true to no one, but she love you so well. A pretty fickle woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. A pretty fickle woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you're in the center nation as a fly that's in a web.
Oh man, I'm stuck, oh yes, I'm stuck.
As a lock without the key.
Oh man, I'm stuck, oh yes, I'm stuck.
Pretty fickle woman.
They're called the Foster Brothers there, February 1960. It's on the B&F label. Pretty Fickle Woman is the name of that one. There are some, the Danleers, I think they re-released all their state stuff on the B&F label. There's others. There's not that many. The Debonaires, I think I have a release by them on that label, and a couple others, and the rest are like all kind of pop things that are on the label. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and here is a request for the Colonel. This one is on Herman Lubinsky's Sharp record label, subsidiary of Savoy Records. This one recorded January 13th, 1960. It was released in April of 1960. I'm featuring the B-side, although both sides of this 45 are good, so I will play the flip next week. But we'll send this one out to the Colonel from April 1960. They're called the Enchanters. It's on the Sharp label. It's called We Make Mistakes.
Oh, we make mistakes. We all make mistakes. I'm sorry. So sorry, darling, I've lost you. And for the heartaches I've caused you. But darling, it won't happen again. Oh, never again. Forgive me. Forgive me, darling, I've caused you so much pain. And my whole life will never be the same. And darling, it won't happen again. I know I was wrong, dear. It's been all so long, dear, since I held you close in my arms. How can I explain, dear, when my heart is in pain, dear? I suffer and lost all of your charm. Forgive me. Forgive me, darling, I've caused you so much pain. And my whole life will never be the same. And darling, it won't happen. Oh, yeah.
That's a cool tune there. I have that, believe it or not, on a promo and a stock. I couldn't get rid of either one. And Johnny G called me a completist. But the Enchanters there, going out, that one's going out to the Colonel. Also send that one out to George Tompkins. April 1960 on the Sharp label. We Make Mistakes. Yes, Byron, I make mistakes. I'm making a lot of mistakes tonight, by the way. I always do. But hopefully they're not too bad. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Here's a request for Cheryl. I first heard this song on the Gus Gossard Show. This group is from Trenton, New Jersey, and I'm playing the first press of this that actually has a longer intro than the second press. I don't know why, but it does. It comes out on black vinyl and also comes out on a much rarer yellow vinyl, and I'm playing it on yellow vinyl. Looks pretty cool here. Now, this one features Larry Steele on lead. He also wrote the song. This is by request for Cheryl. If you have the release on the Pixie label, it just comes out with. Well, you'll hear it. This in the beginning of this, you'll hear two. I don't know, whatever the words that he's saying that comes out twice, but not, well, let me just play it again. Johnny G making mistakes. Give a listen. This is for Cheryl Morgan, the Majestics. Majestics from August 1960 on the Jordan label. It's called Searching for a New Love. You gotta search for a new DJ.
I'm searching for a new love, a love that will be true. I'm searching for a new love, and I hope it will be you.
Yeah, well, boom, 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 boom.
Searching for a new love, a love that will be true. I'm searching for a new love, and I hope it will be you. Oh, darling, won't you come to me and make my search be through? I've traveled around this world before, but never could I find someone to really love me and give me peace of mind. Oh, darling, won't you come to me and make my searching be through? Make it be true. Oh, darling, tell me what I want to know. Oh, darling, tell me that you'll never let me go. And in my dreams will come true, and my searching will be through. I've traveled around this world before, but never could I find someone to really love me and give me peace of mind. Oh, darling, won't you come to me and make my searching come true? So true. Oh,
Memories of Gus Gossard. He played that one quite a bit there. That's a request for Cheryl Morgan there. The Majestics, August 1960 on the Jordan label, Searching for a New Love. And after this Jordan release, it was also pressed on Newtone, N-U-T-O-N-E, and the most common of this came out on the Pixie label. I think I have both those. I know I have the Pixie release, but it in the beginning there, there's the two lines, I'm searching for a new. It's only one line on that Pixie release. And Fred mentioned that in the YouTube chat room that he thinks that the the black vinyl is the first price. It may be because my copy of that is really thick. This yellow vinyl is not as thick, although maybe they did the yellow vinyl for the promo copies. I'm not sure. That may happen because a lot of the Jordan releases, they were yellow copy. I think they were promotional copies. That is a possibility. Johnny G babbling on here. Let's continue here for another request from my number one California listener, Matey Campoy. We head to Chicago, Illinois, to Lenny LaCour's Lucky 4 label. She requested the Swinging Hearts, and this song written by the lead singer. His name is Morris Spearman. So by request for Matey, this one from September 1961, the Swinging Hearts on Lucky 4. It's called Please Say It Isn't So.
I don't know, but I've been told you don't love me. I don't know, but I've been told you don't want me. I don't know, but I've been told, baby, say it isn't so. Ooh, yeah. I don't know, but I've been told, playing me cool, it's going around all over town, that I'm your fool. I don't know, but I've been told, baby, say it isn't so. Ooh, yeah.
Now, baby, this gossip is all over town, that you don't love me no more, and you're gonna put me down. Now, baby, I don't want to believe gossip, so won't you please say it isn't so.
For gossip can be so cruel. For gossip can be so hard. For gossip can pull your lovers apart. I know it's happening to my heart. I don't know, but I've been told your love's a dream. Keep believing in my heart, real as it seems. I don't know, but I've been told, baby, say it isn't so. Ooh, yeah. Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. Please say it, baby. Please, baby.
As by request from Matey Campoy, that is a nice tune. Nice tune out of Chicago, Illinois, featured on the Lucky 4 label, Morris Spearman and the Swinging Hearts, September 1961. Please say it isn't so. Well, at least that's what my version says. The true first press is a title variation on it, so check your copy on this. Say It Isn't So, or the true first press, is in the second variation, like maybe about a month later or so. The record came out as Please Say It Isn't So, and was also re-released in 1964 on the New York City Diamond label. But they also have other releases, this Swingin' Hearts group on the 620 label, and also the Magic Touch label. Johnny G here for a Saturday evening. It's my all 1950s and early 60s show. We do it every Saturday from 10 to 1 a.m. here on Top Shelf Oldies and live on the YouTube video. And you can check out the archives if you missed any of the show, both on vinyltreasures.net, or you can go to my YouTube, Johnny G's Vinyl Treasures, and check out the video too. Let's continue here. We go back to Brooklyn We go for the Danleers. After their last single on Mercury Records, the group broke up, but their manager, Danny Webb, put his lead singer of the Danleers, Jimmy Weston, together with 3 members of another group that he was managing called the Webtones to form a new Danleers group. Then they were signed to Epic Records, had 2 releases on Epic. Then in 1961, they signed with Everest for 1 release. And this is a request for George Tompkins, so we'll send it out to him. This tune written by their manager, Danny Webb, again featuring Jimmy Weston on lead. We go back to July 1961. These are the Danleers on the Everest label. It's called Foolish.
A clever guy I'm supposed to be, but love came and blinded me. So as long as there's love, it's you I'll be thinking of. Foolish, they call me, and foolish I'll always be. For just like a moonlit night, loving you has to be right, so right. Foolish, like a child, so foolish I'm sometimes wild. For one sweet hello from you makes my foolish dreams come true. Now there are depths of love that I may never know, for life must come and go. But there are heights of joy that I will surely see if you keep loving me. So foolish, they call me, and foolish I'll always be. For as sure as stars above, this feeling has to be love.
That's going out to George Tompkins. That's a cool tune by the Danleers. Jimmy Weston on lead there, July 1961. Their tune called Foolish. They would have 2 more releases on the Smash record label, then 2 more on the Le Mans label. One of those Le Mans records, not that easy to find. I do have both of them, though. Feature them here on a future Vinyl Treasure show. Let's continue here. And here is another request for listener Cheryl Morgan. This group is thought to be from Connecticut, but the label is out of Wilmington, Delaware. It's Vince Rago's Ritchie label. Now, the record was getting lots of airplay in the Delaware area. Then enter Morris Levy into the equation, and he made an offer to Vince Rago that he couldn't refuse, and so Morris Levy, he distributed this record for Vince, and it started taking off a little bit. But I'm featuring it on the True First Press that says that doesn't mention distributed by Roulette Records. That is really a hard record to find because it was only in the Delaware area that it came out. And Greg Surik, he sold me this copy many, many years ago. He upgraded his, but this one plays okay. I'm not going to complain. But anyway, this is by request for Cheryl Morgan, July 1961 for the Sinceres. The Sinceres on the Ritchie label. It's called Please Don't Cheat on Me.
Please don't cheat on me. Give me one more chance, just to prove my romance. You know I love you so, I'll never let you go. Oh baby, oh, I'm in love. We used to have a ball. Oh, after all, you are my girlfriend, my very best one. Oh, baby, don't hold me, baby. Oh, come on, whoa, baby. Please don't cheat on me. Give me one more chance, just to prove my romance. You know I love you so, I'll never let you go. Oh, baby, oh, I'm in love. We used to have a ball. Oh, after all, you are my girlfriend, my very best one. Oh, baby, don't hold me, baby. Oh, come on, whoa, baby. Please don't cheat on me. Give me one more chance, just to prove my romance. You know I love you so, I'll never let you go. Oh, baby, whoa, I'm in love.
Those are the Sinceres there. Sinceres by request for Cheryl Morgan. I'm telling you, that's also recorded differently than the distributed by Roulette. There's a different sound to that record, I think. You got to compare it. So you got to go get your copy and then compare it to my video stream. You'll see. Pretty sure it's slightly different there. July 61, the Sinceres on Richie, Please Don't Cheat on Me. Featured it on the True First press. The Roommates actually do a nice cover of that song on the Phillips label in 1963. We are in the year 1961. We head back to Brooklyn, New York for a request for Joe Shacatano. This group's debut single came out on the Coral label a year earlier in 1960. They followed it up with their second release on Al Silver's Ember label, which is Joe's Request. And this is the intended B-side here from January 1961. They're called The Illusions. The Illusions on the Ember label. It's called Can't We Fall in Love?
Why can't we fall in love? I would give my heart to only you. Yes, you'd say that you love me too, and forever we'll be true. Why can't it be tonight? No, don't say it's not right. Why can't we fall in love? I pray to the Lord above. I would give you everything your heart desires, but to have you, darling, is my one desire. I don't even know your name, but I love you just the same. Why can't we fall in love? I pray is my one desire. I don't even know your name, but I love you just the same. Why can't we fall out? I pray to the Lord above.
Nice tune. That's by request for Joe Shacatano there, January 61. They're called The Illusions. The Illusions on the Ember label. Can't We Fall in Love is the name of that one. That's the intended B-side of the 45. Don't confuse this group with The Illusions out of Philadelphia. They recorded on the Axtell, Sheraton, Malley, and I think Little Debbie labels. That group is from Philadelphia. This group is out of Brooklyn, New York. The Illusions. They're on Coral and also on the Ember label. Johnny G here for a Saturday evening as we continue here. And on the last 50 show, I played a 1976 release on Bill Schwartz's Barrier label. He was also I think he was the owner of that oldies trade magazine, Time Barrier Express. The group was Dino and the Heart Spinners, and I played the A-side called Cry Like I Cried, a song I first heard on the Gus Gossard show. Now, it was Hi-Fi Tim, I think, that asked that I could play the flip side, which, by the way, was previously recorded by the group as an a cappella on the Bim Bam Boom label in June of 1972 as the Heart Spinners only. Then in 1976 they re-recorded it with music in the background here, with instrumentation. It features Dino Janello on lead. We're going to send this one out to Hi-Fi Tim, the Monday night disc jockey here on Top Shelf Oldies, from April 76 on the Barrier label. Dino and the Heart Spinners with That's My Girl. That's going out to Hi-Fi Tim, the Monday night disc jockey here on Top Shelf Oldies from 8 to 11 p.m. A Hi-Fi party with Hi-Fi Tim. April 76 release, Dino and the Heart Spinners there on the Barrier label, That's My Girl. In 72, they recorded it a cappella on Bim Bam Boom Records. Johnny G here as we wind down here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Got a couple more requests to get in here. And here's a request for Nat Papagallo. He wanted to hear a B-side by the Jive 5, their fourth of 9 releases on the Beltone label. The A-side, I'm sure all of you know, it was called What Time Is It? But Nat requested the B-side, which actually did chart. This charted number 33 on WAAT out of Trenton, New Jersey, with the late Eugene Pitt on lead. This is going out to Nat from June 62, the Jive 5 on the Beltone label. It's called Begging You Please.
Begging you, begging you, begging you, please.
Darling, you're lovely as can be, just as pretty as one can see. I never thought you could be so unkind. I searched all over, but could not find no contentment, no peace of mind. Darling, come on. So lonely since you've been gone. Days are so dreary, I'm so all alone. Darling, come on home to me.
Bow, bow, I'm begging you.
Bending knee, darling, please, whoa, please, please, come to me, whoa, please. Begging you, please, begging you.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Great harmonies there for the Jive 5, June 1962. The flip side of What Time Is It? Going out to Nat. Begging You Please is the name of that one on the Beltone record label. Let's continue here for a couple more requests. Here's one for Evan Blatt on George Goldner's Gone record label. Have no info on this group, but they're called the Enchantments. Now, the writer of both sides is Steve Shillman. Maybe he is on lead, I don't know, but Evan requested the intended B-side of the 45. We go back to April 1962, the Enchantments on the Gone label. It's called Come On Home. John G getting caught here that my TV went on, the mute went off for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, that's a B-side there. It's going out to Evan Blatt, April 1962. They're called the Enchantments. George Goldner's Gone record label, Come On Home. That's the B-side of the 45. The A-side is called I Love You, Sherry, and I think it was Darrell Letts. He requested that side, so stay tuned for next week. Let's continue here. We go back out to California for my number one California listener, Matey Campboy, actually only for the label. It's on Bob Keene's Donna record label out of California, but the group is originally from Seattle, Washington, first recording for the Night Owl label. Then they have other cool tunes on Bob Keene's subsidiary Delphi label, like A Lonely Guy. That's a good tune that this group does. But I know that Matey likes this tune here, actually by request here, written by the lead singer. His name is Jimmy Pipkin. This one from March of 62. Give a listen to Jimmy Pipkin and the Galahads on the Donna label by request for Matey. It's called The Answer to Love.
This is the answer to love. This is the answer to love.
Darling, this is the what is the answer to love? They tell me it's something so strange and funny, but it's so wonderful to be in love. Why do they say love is wrong? It's been so wonderful to me all along. I can't deny that I wasn't happy. Together, but I've lied and lied so much to you. I'm so ashamed to look in your eyes, but darling, I love you so, but I need you so much. I know love is so wrong, I understand, but it's sweet and gentle to me, darling. I need you. Love is so beautiful, darling, and it's so strange, and it's so wonderful, but it's so cold.
March 1962 from Matey Campboy there, Jimmy Pipkin and the Galahads, featured in on Bob Keene's Donna record label, Styrene Press, that plays pretty nice there. It's called The Answer to Love. That's a cool tune. Couple more records here before Johnny G signs off here. We're going to get another one in here for George Tompkins here. This group is out of Philadelphia, PA. This is their only release, came out on the Reina record label, which is out of 1650 Broadway, nationally distributed by Globe Disc Distributors. And it features Donald Singleton on lead. We're going to send this one out to George Tompkins' 1962 release. The group is called The Vibes. The Vibes on the Reina label. It's called You Got Me Crying.
there's somebody else I couldn't crying, and you got me lonely because you said you were leaving, and you got me thinking because you said you don't need me if there's someone new, and I can have you. I couldn't cry night after night, day after day. I tell myself that I need you so bad. I've got it bad. Without your love, I have nothing at all. And you got me crying because you said you don't love me, and you got me thinking because you said you don't need me, and I tell myself that there's somebody else I'd couldn't crying. Yes, I couldn't
That's by request there for George Tompkins there. What a cool tune that is. As I lose my place here. That was our... What'd I do with that thing there? Where is it? Danleers, Sinceres there. Love Jimmy Pipkin. There it is. Johnny G losing his mind here for a Saturday evening. Actually, Sunday morning here. That's going out to George Tompkins there. The Vibes out of Philadelphia, PA from 1962 on the Raina label there. Donald Singleton on lead. It's called You Got Me Crying. Well, it's time for everybody to cry because that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. Want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to original vinyl 45s out of my collection. You want to get in touch with me? Send me some email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Send me your requests. Thoughts about the show. And I've been getting some good ideas about some theme shows maybe for the year 2021 as we wind down here on a very unusual year, to say the least. But that's going to do it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. And our closer tonight is actually, I think you requested this, Reed. It's a flip side from a few weeks ago. I think he requested, Reed King from Oregon requested the Decoys, Connie and the Decoys, on the Anko record label. They're out of out of Brooklyn, New York, on the Anko label. I played the intended B-side, a wonderful ballad called I Want Only You. But I think you also requested the flip, but we're going to hear the flip because this was the intended A-side, and it was co-written by the lead singer Connie Questel, also along with the band leader Al Brown. It's from 1963. The Decoys on Anko is our closer, a song entitled For You. That's going to do it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Please tune in tomorrow evening for my buddy Dave the Rave and his Relics and Rarities show. It all begins at 9 o'clock, 9 to midnight, right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Hi-Fi Tim is Monday. Tune in to Hi-Fi Tim and all the other shows here on Top Shelf Oldies. We have a wide variety of disc jockeys that play some pretty cool records, a lot of uncommon records that should have been hits that you'll hear right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Of course, I'll be back next Saturday again at 10 o'clock from 10 to 1 a.m. for more original vinyls and requests of 45s out of my collection. That's going to do it, folks. Thank you so much, Charlene, for all your help. Again, it was an easier show. It was easier today for some reason. I just made it right under the minute with 15 minutes to spare to come on tonight. But anyway, I had a lot of fun, folks. Thanks again for sticking around. And everybody have a safe and happy week. Be safe out there. I hope to see you here next Saturday again at 10 p.m. right here on Top Shelf Oldies and my YouTube channel. Thanks again, folks. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Okay, folks, there. Let me show you these two records here. I don't know how these records get warped. Sometimes I get upset. You know, I'm like, was that record slightly warped or not? I don't know if it gets warped in the... I get leery when I have, like, the sunlight comes in from the windows and it kind of like... It like touches the... If you have a stack of records and the sun hits... It's not really direct. I talk to a lot of people, like I see them store their records in the trunks of their car. Like when Greg Surik used to sell me records from the trunk of his car, you know, I'd go out to the car and he'd have it covered with like blankets and boxes. And I'm like, aren't you worried that the trunk is going to warp these records? Because if there is any, you know, plastic never forgets. You know, it always remembers a warp. So especially if somebody gets these warps out, because it is possible. This is off center there, but the record doesn't play off center. Can't have everything. Somebody might not buy this record because it is that way. But because when I see something like this, I can cringe and say, is it going to be off center or not? But this one wasn't. These are the vibes. And then the other one, I bought this I bought this one. This was the kind of stuff you'll find at the Allentown show. I know this girl owned it. You see, she put Mary on it, but she marked this side. I guess maybe she liked that side better. She has a little star on it, and she's got her name on the other side, but it's For You. That is the A side of the record there. Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for tuning into the Vinyl Treasure Show. I'm telling you, this is the only time I really get to hear my records, and thank God my neighbors, they can't hear the music. They're on the other side of the house. I used to have problems with the neighbors. They were going to call the police on me when I used to play the music loud, because they would be able to hear it, but the neighbors on here, they don't care. Too bad for them. But anyway, I blast the music. And it's not really a good thing, but my father is hard of hearing, so he's not going to complain. And my mother, she does hear it a little bit, but a little bit better than he does, but she's not going to complain anyway. But anyway, thank you all for sticking around. I'll be back next Saturday again with more requests and more cool records out of my collection. I didn't feel too well last week. I had this cough, but it's better today. Not as bad. Okay, everybody, take care and be safe, and I'll see you next Saturday. Okay, so long. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.